to New York City on a whim. I woke up hungover on a couch, and my friend says, "Do you want to go to New York City today?" I said, "Sure." So we got in a shitty car and we drove to New York City. And the reason we went was to see Blue Rodeo and Joel Plaskett in Central Park for Canada Day. Or maybe it wasn't Canada Day. My memory isn't too good. There was some acid and some mushrooms and some all kinds of stuff that my memory isn't so good. And I was standing in the middle of Central Park with a $1.65 t-shirt on. And this girl comes up there and he says, "Are you from Nova Scotia?" I said, "No, I'm from PEI." And then we went for Indian food. And then she gave me her phone number and walked away. And I called her. And she said, "I'm gonna fly into Buffalo. And you can drive from Toronto to Buffalo and pick me up." So I did. And then she turned out to be an arsehole, but whatever. Good story, right? I shouldn't be so hard on her. She's a nice girl. It just didn't work. But she did move to Toronto, and she still lives there today. And I moved home for various reasons. And I remember hanging low. I remember being on tour in the Netherlands, driving down the road and seeing a sign that says "Hang Low," and I went, "Fucking hell, the tragically hip, Gord Downie." He takes a little bit here, he takes a little bit here. He makes something wonderful for us to do this with, you know? And I got to know Gord Downie over the last 7 or 8 years of his life, but the very first time that I met Gord Downie was in the Halifax Metro Center. And it was the day for night tour, and I was 17 or 18 years old. Yeah, and I got into the backstage because my friend Paige, she's related to Paul, so she had these backstage passes. And It had a 1, hers had a 1 on it for the Moncton show, and I took it and I made it into a 2. And I got in backstage at the Hip show in Halifax at the Metro Center. And I sat in the locker room in the corner with Gord, and I bummed his De Maurier cigarettes from him, and he fucking gave it everyone I asked for. That was the start. And we went on, and we went on, and we went on. The last time I saw Gord was in Halifax. Invited me over for the Secret Path show. Did anybody see that show? I saw him at the Westin. He was in pretty good shape at that point. Sitting in the corner drinking red wine, and he looked over across the room, and I was talking to Josh Finlayson, and he pointed at me and he goes, I said, all right, what's going on? What's going on, Gord? That's the last time I saw him. Gave me a hug, kiss, off into the night. If I die of vanity, promise me to marry me someplace I don't wanna be, and take me up and transport me unceremoniously away from the slow city breeze, garbage bag trees, whispers of disease and acts of anomaly, and lower me slowly and sadly and properly. Get right, couldn't I sing my eulogy?